Welcome to Suncoast View. I'm Stephanie Roberts. The good and bad about Zika. And a bad decision in an LA Fitness locker room may lead to charges. Lots to discuss.
Hi, I'm Cliff Rolls. Get your calendars out. I'll preview the fall charity events.
I'm Beneva Fruitville, and I just celebrated 6 years of drag queen bingo. And this girl's got a lot of stories to share.
And I'm Linda Carson. Our experts are here. We asked Dr. Jenny about cancer prevention, plus an investment quiz in money matters. All that and more right now on Suncoast View.
Welcome to the show, and we welcome good friends Cliff Rolls and Beneva Fruitville today.
Thank you very much
Fun
indeed.
to have you both here.
Great to be here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I understand you two are friends from many years past.
Many years.
Yeah, we've acted together.
Yes.
We've I don't know, just hung together. He when he was becoming Beneva Fruitville, I actually took him out to the crossing of Beneva and Fruitville. I stood there in rush hour in the middle of the road.
We stopped traffic.
Well, go figure. You stopping traffic? I love it. Well, it's great to have you both here. We're going to have a lot of fun. And Cliff, ever so involved in our great community, you have an event to tell us about that you're actually emceeing.
This is true.
Not photographing.
Very
coming
honored.
up.
Very
and
honored.
Beneva, you may be interested to hear about this event.
Oh, really?
I think I'm doing it now for the 4th time. It's the Making Strides Bachelor Auction, which will take place at the New McCurdy's on October the 13th. I have the honor of emceeing it together with the lovely Lulu.
Another good friend of the
She's one of our
show.
favorite people.
Absolutely, one of mine too. So we're going to be auctioning off about 10 or 11 very good-looking bachelors, including young Adam Cellini from the station here.
All right, I can see good bids going there.
I might
And
get
we're
in
going
a
to get
bid
as
in
much
for Adam.
money. The word of the evening will be package, because every bachelor brings a package of gift certificates and of prizes with him that the ladies in the audience, and I hope you'll be there, will be screaming and shouting about all evening to get the money for Making Strides for Breast Cancer.
Do they accept change?
Yeah, you can throw coins at them.
Okay, great.
Well, that's a lot of fun, Cliff. We love everything that you do in the community. Since you're such a great charity fundraiser for us.
You know what women should wear to events more than any woman in this town. Isn't that funny?
And you can keep on my gallery, you can look back and say, well, what did I wear this time last
Exactly,
year?
I would need to do that.
Exactly, and that's why we're going to talk to Cliff about all the upcoming events coming up. But first, we want to head to the kitchen, where we are going to welcome Chef Kyle Harrington from the Starlight Room. Welcome, Chef. What are we making today?
We're going to be making a fried green tomato BLT with our house tomato bacon jam.
Wow, all right. We like the twist there. And this time of year, fried green tomatoes, seasonal for us?
You can find them in your market now. They're pretty much all year round. You can find them.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm a Southern girl. Those seem like home.
Yeah, that's a good combination, the fried green tomatoes and the bacon. And oh, if you could smell what we are smelling right now.
It's delicious.
It is definitely time for an early dinner. But, you know, we need a little bit of a late afternoon pick-me-up after that holiday weekend, getting back into the groove. It is finally starting to feel like fall. Okay, maybe not really.
Really?
But it is at the coffee stores. You know it is fall when pumpkin spice latte, salted caramel mocha, and this year a new one, Chile mocha, show up at Starbucks. So in front of each of you, one of the fall flavors. Cliff, that is the Chile mocha frappuccino. Little sweet,
it's got a kick to it,
little
doesn't it?
spicy, and it's
see
got
what
the
happens.
caffeine kick. Linda, I gave you a pumpkin spice latte.
No kick here, but
No
I bet it
kick
tastes
because
good.
it'll be sweet and lovely. Girl, I know you need a kick.
Oh, I need to get kicked.
You like kicks.
Oh, I
you
love
like being
this.
kicked. Do you
This
like
is
that?
delicious. Absolutely
So the
delicious.
Chile mocha, one of the new ones, and you can get them iced or hot, plus pumpkin spice latte, as we mentioned, and salted caramel. So they're the only time of year, of course, you can get those drinks is in the fall season.
I
So.
just want to
This
say,
is
ay, ay,
so
ay.
good.
Oh, that's nice.
And you know, it is for so many people just an annual ritual to get on that pumpkin. I'm a huge pumpkin girl, so anything we can have pumpkin flavored, it does feel like
I've
fall.
never done this before, but I'm on my way. This is awesome.
You've never had
A new experience. Who would think at my age?
Oh, we're going to keep them coming, Linda. But Eva's got a whole list for you, but we're not sure we're going to let her loose.
Uh-oh.
All right, it is time for our first hot topic while everyone else enjoys coffee. Good and bad news in the scary fight against Zika. The World Health Organization is essentially saying, we told you so. They are announcing there were no confirmed cases of Zika contracted during the Rio Olympics. That includes both athletes and spectators. So obviously some great news there. However, it may soon be a different story and a big public health concern right here on the Suncoast thanks to Hurricane Hermine. So the storm likely washed away some existing mosquito populations, but all the standing water left from that storm will allow copious new mosquito breeding, and we don't want them going at it. Officials are telling everyone, dump out your pots, spread out your puddles to help solve the problem. So now all you have to do is look around. You see the water in the drainage ditches, you see the water in people's backyards. How worried are we now?
Oh, my backyard is really bad right now. We don't usually have mosquitoes because I'm on the water and the breeze keeps them moving, but you can't walk outside. And I don't have standing water. Those little critters can fly a long distance, I think.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, you know, people of childbearing age. Cliff, we were just talking about grandkids.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Keep
I mean,
very away from that kind of standing water.
and not just the kids, you know, it's mostly the population who is thinking about being pregnant
children.
or having children, male or female,
Yeah.
for the next 6 months to a year. I mean, that is a really scary thing
That's
to
a
me.
long period of time to be so aware of such a health issue.
And
you
it's
know.
so deadly. I mean, it shrinks your brain.
Yeah.
How bad can it be? So I guess you don't go outside right now without a spray.
Right. I mean, I have no standing water near where I live, but, you know, just to go outside, have a glass of wine at, you know,
Right.
sunset.
Gotta be
and,
smart.
you know, you have to be careful.
Got to be smart, and they're just asking everybody to do your part. Let's get rid of any of the standing water that we can because of so many people that are likely to be impacted. Well, a disturbing story in this day and age of smartphones. A Playboy model named Danny Mathers is accused of snapping a pic of a naked woman as she changed her clothes in an LA Fitness locker room. She then posted it to Snapchat with the snarky message, "If I can't unsee this, then you can't either." TMZ reports that the LAPD located the woman in her pic, said to be in her 70s, and they now want to charge that mean model with dissemination of private images. That comes with possible 6 months of jail time. What do you think about this precedent?
I think if I were that woman and I'm her age in the locker room, I would own everything this girl has. I would sue. That's a terrible, terrible thing to do.
It's an
and who
invasion
does
of
she
privacy.
think she is? A Playboy model? I've seen a lot prettier ones.
Yeah, Cliff, you tell me.
What
I mean,
would go through that young model's mind to do such a hateful thing as well? I mean, that's just disgusting.
well, and as you know, I mean, pictures are important and personal,
Yes.
and not something that you willingly put out
know.
for others without permission.
When you take a picture, you know that you've taken it and the person who you took knows that you took it. So it's going to get back to you one way or another. It was going to get back to this professional Playboy model. And what did she think was going to happen? Did they think people were going to applaud her for taking a picture of a naked 70-year-old lady in the locker room? I very much doubt. What was the thinking behind it?
And who looks bad in this, the model or the old lady? The model.
Model.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely. And it's amazing we don't hear more of it with everyone having a smartphone.
Absolutely. Well, especially in a gym too, you think you have some sort of privacy in the locker room, and you'd hope that no one would snap pictures or even poke fun. I mean, how
Yeah, it's
horrible
awful.
is that?
How bad is
Absolutely.
this person?
I don't think we'll be sorry to see charges in this case.
And I don't think we'll see her modeling anymore.
We may not see her
Exactly.
either, and that would probably be okay. Well, teaching is often a selfless profession, and it is not known for its big paychecks. But did you know that many teachers cough out a lot of their own cash to set up their classrooms with school supplies? So that is reportedly the case more and more as our school districts become more cash strapped. They dole out less funding per student. So the new teacher's pet? crowdfunding websites like GoFundMe and Donors Choose. There are reportedly as many as 50,000 money-raising campaigns live right now that you can scroll through to give back-to-school help this year. It is expected to infuse millions into everything from high-poverty schools to even more affluent districts looking for special things. What do you think about this?
Great idea.
I think it's a wonderful idea. Among the many things that I do, I also teach. And I teach at the Players Theater, and I teach singing, dancing, and acting. And we are often strapped for cash as a nonprofit. I can't imagine being in the school system with their low funds. I have several friend teachers, and they're always buying paper, just paper, something as simple as paper or pencils, just something they can have in the classroom. I think it's a wonderful idea, especially if it's supported well.
Yeah, my sister's a teacher, my stepdaughter's a teacher, and they're always putting out hundreds and hundreds of dollars to buy supplies for kids that can't afford them. So this would be a great idea. You're helping the kids, you're helping the teachers.
Yeah, because unfortunately I don't think we can do a lot about the lack of funding in many districts. So at least to take some of that stress off teachers' paychecks, to be able to reach out all across the country, the world, and say, here, here's what my kids need. Can anyone help?
And that's the great thing about crowdfunding is $10 helps.
Absolutely.
If your $10, my $10, Linda's and Cliff's $10, that will get supplies.
Paper.
That's a good way to do it.
All right, well, way to be resourceful. We're certainly proud of the teachers for that. So men, since I have one, two, not sure what I have here with me, but anyway, there are 3 weeks of your life you will never get back. A study says the average guy spends 3 weeks of his life waiting for the other half to finish shopping. Wives and girlfriends, when they're browsing or trying on clothes, it means 23 minutes per shopping trip spent standing around a store. So we did a lot of math here with couples going to shops twice a month together. It comes out to 3 weeks a lifetime. The biggest complaint, that stores are often too hot.
Oh my goodness.
3 weeks of your life, Cliff.
I don't understand
3 minutes,
why men go
Stephanie.
shopping with women.
Well, Cliff told me earlier. Tell me about your marital shopping.
My wife's very sensible. She would never take me shopping with her.
Very good idea.
Because she knows damn well that I'm not going to be around when she wants to shop. Plus the fact that she's very conscientious about the fact that I'm very uncomfortable, very unpleasant, and in a very bad mood when she is shopping. So she doesn't take me with her out of pressure that she feels, oh my goodness. But, if I go to a record store or a DVD store and I want to look around the latest DVDs, I get a guilty conscience if my wife's hanging around that she's not interested.
Yeah, it's not a couple's activity. Linda, did you and Bud ever shop together?
We did. We'd go into the mall, he'd head for the bar, and I would head for the store. It worked out pretty good that way.
It does. You took the visa and he forgot where you were.
Yes.
So I guess I lose 3 weeks of my life, but I gain it shopping?
I was going to say, you're a shopper, I believe.
I'm definitely a shopper. I love to shop, and I love a good sale.
I could shop with you.
My favorite store right now, if I can admit
You
this,
may.
Yes.
is HSN Outlet.
Oh.
It is my favorite store right now.
I'm a big
We
fan
were
of it.
wondering where you got your clothes.
They have great jewelry. And they have great sparkly things.
Oh, I love sparkly things.
You would love it.
Yes.
I feel like I'm doing a commercial.
And
I'm sort of a
deal,
drag queen at heart. I mean, I love the sparkle.
Yeah, I didn't think that study was going to apply to you, but that's all right. Well, quickly, maybe this one will. While we have 2 men sort of with us, does carrying a cloth bag for groceries make you feel less manly? Studies have said that men feel shamed for being environmentally conscious, that real men don't carry little cloth bags in and out of grocery stores, and that perhaps that is hurting our environment.
If your masculinity depends on whether you have a cloth bag or a plastic bag, you're in big trouble.
Agreed. Agreed. I shop with as green as possible. Reuse my bags all the time.
Your masculinity is obviously not a big concern, might I point out to anyone that's watching.
Yeah, but he's a pretty big guy, so nobody's
going to mess with him. Cliff, do you care if you carry a cloth bag
The
in?
quality of the bag is totally irrelevant. If I'm helping my wife, for example, with food and grocery supplies, and these bags are packed full, I'm going to take them wherever they're going to, whatever they're made of.
What they're in, yeah.
I don't care.
Just to make sure the goods get home. All right, well, a great story of a single mom not being afraid to be one of the guys when a situation calls for it. Yvette Vasquez was afraid that when her son's school held a Donuts for Dad event, that her son was going to miss out. She's a single mom. So she dressed up in a plaid shirt and put on a mustache to go to the event as one of the guys. She said the support has been phenomenal. The picture has gone viral, and she said she knows she made the right call making sure her son knew she was there. Now, apparently, she forgot about the event until morning of. I heard in an interview that she said in the past, because I ran into this a lot as a single mom, she didn't have the friend or the uncle to go in the dad's place like she normally would, so morning of, she improvised and came up with a hat, mustache, and went as
And she made an embarrassing situation for her son, a funny thing that made everybody laugh.
Absolutely. So.
Well, I don't believe in cross-dressing.
Right. So you would never do such a thing.
Ever.
You don't own a fake mustache?
I do not own a fake mustache.
But he's right there for you when Muffins for Moms comes around. If you need a sub.
If you need a mom.
He's got you covered.
I am here for you.
That's the only thing I can claim. All right, we're going to check in with our happy hour forecast. When we come back, Dr. Jenny is here. We're going to talk about cancer prevention. Stay with us.
Good afternoon. I'm meteorologist Bob Harrigan with an update this afternoon. Things looking pretty good for this hour. We're looking at generally showers and storms down to our south right now. There have been a few isolated cells blowing up across parts of Charlotte County, but those have since moved off into the Gulf of Mexico. Not much going on out there. One lone shower into Highlands County, and that's all a result of some drier air that has slipped in. So things looking pretty quiet here throughout the next several hours, and in fact through the evening. Currently it's hot though, 91 degrees, the dew point at 72. Winds are out of the east northeast at 13, so any showers that do pop up will more than likely be near the coast or out into the Gulf of Mexico, and the pressure now 30.09 inches. Winds are out of the northeast. That's ushered in that drier air right now. Longboat Key, 9 miles an hour out of the north basically, and down south into Minnesota, we're looking at a 9-mile-an-hour wind there out of the northeast as well, and Boca Grande at 8 miles an hour. The evening planner looks good. Look for just a slight chance for an evening shower. Otherwise, partly cloudy skies. More at 5. See you then.
More than 1.5 million new cancer cases are diagnosed every year in the United States. So it's really important to do everything we can to prevent cancer from striking in our families. Dr. Jenny Wilkins from Age Vital Pharmacy is here now with some natural choices to prevent cancer. Some natural things that won't hurt us but will help us avoid cancer. My mother died of pancreatic cancer, so I am terrified of this. So what can you show us, Dr. Jenny?
And you should be terrified because we live in such a toxic environment, so we're constantly, attacking our cells. Ultimately, what cancer is, it's just the overproduction of cells that didn't die off. Each cell has a lifespan. Usually, the red blood cells live for about 120 days. But then there's things in our environment that feeds those cells, and then they start to mutate, and that's where cancers come from. So tumors, pancreatic cancer, ovarian cancer, cysts in the ovaries.
Breast cancer.
Clean
Oh
out
my goodness.
Right. So it's like,
yes.
how do you promote your a natural cell death? Because
Okay,
you
that
have
makes sense.
nutrients, you have vitamins, you have minerals. Every single vitamin, every single mineral, antioxidants plays a function in our biochemical.
And we're in a good place now because we're healthy. So we can
Right.
train our body to fight before it's attacked.
And then supporting your bad habits too. I was like, there's no way around, drinking coffee and
That's a bad habit.
right?
We're very sad to hear this is a bad habit.
Different things that dehydrate your cells, and
yes,
it's like,
all
how
right.
do you give oxygen to your cells? How do you give good nutrition to your
So
cells?
help us
Show
reverse
us
our bad habits. Yes.
what you brought.
Well, the first one of my favorites is CoQ10. CoQ10 helps to produce large amounts of oxygen, and it feeds the mitochondria. The mitochondria is where all your energy is formed. So with ATP, I don't know if you remember biochemistry at all in high school, right? ATP. Not the Indian TP, right?
I'm glad to have you to tell me about
These
it.
are chewable, I can put them in capsule form. I made the chewable tablets for children, so it's very easy. It tastes like citrus.
Oh.
So one of the most powerful antioxidants in our body to combat cancer. So if you take that every single day or as needed based on your bad habits. And then I also do injectable vitamin C or glutathione. Very, very important. I prefer injections because then I can do it just once a week. I'm done. I don't have to constantly pop a bunch of pills.
But you said that does actually come in a chewable form as well.
Yep, I do chewable, capsule, even cream forms with vitamin
Now,
C.
what does vitamin C do for you?
Yep, so vitamin C goes in there and it feeds healthy cells the food that they need, for that lifespan. So it's an antioxidant that helps with skin. you know, repair, growth, collagen, cartilage in the bones. So it makes your body stronger.
Making our cells stronger.
Yeah, and that's what you need to do. Your body's like a car. You need to make sure that you're maintaining that car so it doesn't start to sputter. Once you're starting to sputter and leak, you know, then you're like, uh-oh, I didn't go for my regular maintenance, you know?
Right.
What did I do?
What is this next one?
This one, I call it Cardio Fit just because it protects cardiovascular functions, but it's loaded with vitamin D and K2. So vitamin D is actually a hormone. They call it a vitamin, but vitamin D is more of a hormone that protects neural cells, so neurological functions.
And we've got
protecting
one
the
more.
brain, protecting the heart. CBD is huge. CBD, yes, from the marijuana leaf, the hemp leaf. You can find it in chocolate, in mangoes, in blue cheese. I derive mine from the hemp leaf, so it's not from the marijuana leaf.
Do you get high? That was going to be my next
Yeah,
question.
no neuropsychoactive properties whatsoever. All you're doing is starving cancer cells. This is huge. There's a lot of cancer centers around the world that use CBD. If someone has cancer, instead of going to chemo and radiation, they go to CBD. They do CBD tablets, they do CBD oil just to really starve cells, you know, to kill them off, because that's what you're doing. Once you have the cancer, you have to figure out, how do I starve them? How do I make them die off the way they should be instead of dividing and going and destroying the different parts of your system?
But you could start this when you're still healthy.
Oh, when you're healthy, absolutely. You want to start when you're healthy. You don't want to be at the point where you have a disease and then try to prevent, you know, what you have. And that's kind of like the mainstream mentality. Treat the disease when you have it as opposed to prevent the disease before you have it.
Yeah.
So your mentality is get us healthy now so that none of these things happen.
Exactly. You want to be fit and youthful and young, healthy skin, healthy hair, great sex drive, good energy, right? Well into your 90s.
We can come see you at Age Vital Pharmacy downtown or on St. Armand's, or you can go to agevital.org for more information. Next, Beneva's going to lead us in a game. Oh my goodness.
What game do I get to play?
Tomorrow at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Hello, I'm Rebecca Vargas.
And I'm Don Brennan. It's Baby Safety Awareness Month, but with so many products on the market, do you know what's the best ones to use in your car?
Tomorrow on Good Morning Suncoast, we'll have tips on things to look out for to keep a baby safe in case you're in an accident. John?
Dry air in place has really reduced the rain chance. When will it go up again? We'll talk about that.
Tomorrow at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
40 Carrots Family Center and the Community Foundation of Sarasota County present a free speaker event, The Gift of Failure, How the Best Parents Learn to Let Go So Their Children Can Succeed, featuring author and educator Jessica Leahy at Hyatt Regency Sarasota on Monday, September 12th. Discover how to motivate kids to learn for the sake of learning. Wean kids off rewards, bribes, and parental reminders, and approach parenting as a journey toward competence. RSVP required at 40carrots.org. That's FORTY carrots.org.
ABC7's official Suncoast Hurricane Guide arms you with vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit. Download yours today at mysuncoast.com.
Attention blood clot filter patients. Surgically implanted blood clot filters are potentially life-threatening. Some filters are prone to breaking, resulting in pieces of the filter moving through the body and causing internal bleeding. If you had surgery to implant a blood clot filter, you may be entitled to a cash award, even if you haven't suffered side effects yet. Call the Gold Shield Group now, 888-747-5291, to see if you qualify for a cash award, 888-747-5291.
Pro Cream by Dr. Anna, known as the facelift in a bottle, is an all-natural anti-aging formula that tightens skin and muscles, making you look younger. It's made in Sarasota with real pearls, Chinese herbs, and no preservatives. Visit our store or at pearlcreambydranna.com.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Welcome back. Well, Beneva Fruitville's Drag Queen Bingo just celebrated 6 years of side splitting and slightly edgy fun here on the Suncoast. All right, more than slightly edgy. So today, since Beneva's here, we're going to play a fun game, but listen, this has to be daytime friendly.
I promise to try to not misbehave.
All right, tell us about the game.
Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to tell you a vague story, and you're going to tell me whether it's true or not.
Your stories?
My stories.
Oh.
And these are outrageous moments from Drag Queen Bingo.
I've been there, you know.
I know you've been there.
Yes.
I know you've been there.
Maybe you're in the outrageous story.
Yeah, maybe I am the outrageous
That'd
story.
be great.
There are no goats in the story, though. So, okay. So question or story number one.
Story number one.
There was one bingo where, let's see, a live rat ran through the Golden Apple Dinner Theater during a performance. Is that true or false?
Okay.
Well, the Golden Apple
I'm
is no
going to
longer
say
with us, right?
true.
So I'm not going to offend them because I'm
True.
going to go true.
True.
I could see this happening.
Yeah,
We have rats here occasionally.
I've been backstage.
It is absolutely true.
Yeah,
it is
see, you could
absolutely
see
true.
that. You could see
during
that.
a performance, during one of the drag queen performances, a live rat came rushing through. All the audience came up in a wave. It was like,
Oh! What did you do?
I was
catch it.
backstage and I was watching and I was like, oh, she'll get by.
All right, so you've had a live rat and lived to tell about it.
Live rat. That
All
is
right.
absolutely true.
Story number two.
Story
what
number
else has
two.
maybe
The
happened?
second story is a band member from the band Aerosmith has come to see our show, our bingo show. Is that
Aerosmith.
true?
I think
or
if it was
false?
false, you'd say the whole band. So I'm going to go for true.
Me too.
I'm going to go for false. That doesn't strike me as a drag queen kind of crowd.
The truth is, Joe Perry of Aerosmith came to see our show.
Wow.
Yay!
That is the absolute
I think
truth.
it's really hilarious.
Yes, we get famous people. We've had Jerry Springer come. You know, he's
Now
a
that
local
doesn't
resident.
surprise me.
Yes, well.
Joe Perry surprises me a little more.
Oh, it's just plain fun, though.
It is just plain fun. Okay, keep
All right,
keep
so our
trying us.
third one, our third story that I'm going to tell is I did a jump split, hit my head, still finished my performance with my hand hiding the blood that came from my mouth after I hit my head.
Did you hit your head on
What
your
did
knee?
you hit your head on?
Yeah, what did you hit your
I
leg?
was.
You don't jump that high.
I don't know. Is it true or
Well, it's
false?
true.
Oh,
obviously.
okay. I think it's true because he can
yeah.
do that. But I want to know what you hit your head on.
On the stage.
So when you came down, you hit your
I was
head.
doing a jump split and I hit the stage and my tooth came through my upper lip.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Well, that was what really shocked me about the whole performance. He leaps into the air and does a complete split on the floor.
And then you land it on the floor.
And then I
Yes,
landed on
and
the floor and I
perfectly.
went down and my head hit the ground.
Ow.
It hurt.
Oh, yes. You're
a rough job you have here,
true
Beneva.
performer.
It is.
The
All right, I
show
think we have
goes
time
on.
for one more.
For one more, let's see what pops up on the screen because I don't remember all these. oh, that's true. Oh, okay. Oh, that's not true.
That's true.
It's true. Wow.
All right, you just gave this
I
one
just
away.
gave this one away.
Now we need to read this out loud
We
because I
do.
would not have said that.
Several nuns and a priest came to see Drag Queen Bingo.
Which is funny in
No.
itself.
That is funny in and of itself. Now, the thing about it is they didn't like the champagne that we offered in the theater, so they all went out and drank in the parking lot their own champagne that they brought. And
Did they
that's
watch
definitely
the
true.
show?
Oh yes, but
And
then
you
at
took a
intermission.
picture.
Yes, this is
Oh
me
my
and the
gosh.
nun.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Oh my
yes,
gosh.
I'm not going to reveal her name or where she's from.
I wouldn't.
No, just her photo on TV.
Yeah,
That'd be enough.
did they laugh? Did they laugh?
They had a great time. That was after the show, actually.
Oh,
when
that's
she
so
came up
funny.
and she
How
wanted
could
to
you
take
not
a
have
picture
a great
with me.
time? I mean, come on. So it's
And
an
a
amazing
tailgate
show.
party in the parking lot.
6 years under your belts or garter or whatever is
And
under
what's
there.
great is we are still continuing. We have a performance this Sunday at McCurdy's Comedy Theater.
Yes, you do.
This Sunday, September 11th.
Sunday, September 11th at 8 p.m. at McCurdy's Comedy Theater. And for tickets, you can go to mccurdyscomedy.com. And I'm waiting for another brunch.
And,
I
and
like
if
it
a
when you
nun
do
can
those.
see it, you can go.
That's right. It's good for everybody. All right, coming up next, get your calendars out. Cliff is going to preview and tell us what to shop for these fall charity events.
Mom needed more care than we could provide, so we called Granny Nannies. She now has around-the-clock caregivers, and we have peace of mind. Thanks to them, she's where she belongs, at home.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
A message from the Pulaski Law Firm. For decades, many Americans working in the trades were exposed to environmental hazards without their knowledge. While the dangers of one such airborne threat, asbestos, have long been known, efforts were made to hide the risks from the public. The result? Thousands of cases of asbestos-induced mesothelioma. Those in the trades may have been harmed by hundreds of companies who produced asbestos-laden products. The U.S. Bankruptcy Court has established asbestos trusts with $30 billion in initial funding. You may be entitled to financial compensation without ever going to court. If you or someone you know has been diagnosed with mesothelioma, get the best care available. Then call us.
Call 800-279-1837.
For nearly 2 decades, we've been fighting for those harmed by asbestos. Act now. Call for a free consultation and see how we can help. Mesothelioma. Don't fight it alone.
Hurricane season is here. Are you prepared? ABC7 has the information you need. Access our special Surviving a Hurricane now. Learn how to prepare a readiness plan and survival kit. Know your evacuation route. Be prepared, Suncoast, when severe weather threatens. Access our special on our ABC7 app and all our live streaming platforms.
Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Roku.
I'm your spokesperson. This is an important message for anyone who took the prescription drug Xarelto or Pradaxa and had a serious bleeding event. If you or a loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered from a serious bleeding event,
call 800-220-8268 immediately.
Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to serious internal bleeding, stroke, and death.
Call 800-220-8268 immediately.
You may be entitled to compensation. Call now for a free consultation.
Attention breast cancer survivors. If you experience permanent hair loss or baldness after chemotherapy, you may qualify for a cash award. Thousands of women suffering breast cancer were given a chemotherapy drug without being warned about the possibility of irreversible alopecia. If you or a loved one suffered permanent hair loss after chemotherapy, call 888-622-8732. Time to file a claim is limited. 888-622-8732. That's 888-622-8732.
The official salon of ABC7. Cutting Loose Salon.
At Granny Nannies, we provide your loved ones with the care they deserve, compassionate and experienced help right where you need it most, at home. Visit us at grannynannies.com.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Welcome back to Suncoast View. We're going to check in with Chef Kyle Harrington from Starlight Room in the kitchen, getting ready to fry us up some green tomatoes. So what are you doing right now, Chef?
I'm slicing our green tomatoes nice and thin for our green tomato BLT. And I'm going to dredge it in a little panko and fry it in the pan.
All right, he's going to get those fried, and we'll go make BLTs in just a few minutes. Linda?
The summer season is wrapping up, and it's time for our social season. So we call Cliff Sarasota's society photographer for a reason. He is at every society event that comes to this town, and he's here now to preview those events. And Cliff, it's so helpful to see your pictures because we know what everybody wore to the last event last year. And for me, I can remember what I wore because I tend to forget that too.
Just go to cliffrolls.smugmug.com and under events and functions, you'll find the event from last year. You'll know what you wore and know not to wear it again.
And know what everybody else wore.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful.
Okay.
Goodwill, let's start with that.
Well, before I start, I just want to say, in case Don Brennan feels left out, he is going to be one of the bachelors at the Bachelor auction as well.
Good to know.
Together with Adam Chilney from ABC7.
We're well represented with our men.
Yes,
Donnie B and Adam are going to be there. Goodwill.
They will get lots of bids. I'm sure they will.
I hope so. Making lots of money. Young Guns of Country. It's at the Van Wezel. It's on September the 7th, Jared Neiman, Chris Lane, William Michael Morgan, Runaway June, and Jordan Rager. A free show, but you still need tickets to get in. Food from Nancy's Barbecue.
And there's Lulu.
And there's Lulu. She'll be there too. It's a CTQ Goodwill sponsored event as well. That's
it's for Goodwill.
September the 7th. That's tomorrow at the Van Wezel. Then we're going to All Taste of Downtown on September the 10th at the Opera House, courtesy of the Sarasota Opera. It's the 3rd annual Taste of Downtown, fundraiser for the Youth Opera. 23 downtown restaurants on stage, backstage, and on the 2nd floor. 2 different wine countries, companies, and craft beers. And you're going to get a custom-designed wine glass when you check in, and guests will also be treated to a performance of the Sarasota Youth Orchestra.
That is a biggie, too.
Daytime casual?
It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so yeah, absolutely, daytime casual.
Okay, daytime casual.
Daytime casual. Third one's very interesting. Always sold out way before the time. 40 Carats, free community speaker event, September the 12th. At the Hyatt, 6 o'clock. It's called The Gift of Failure. The speaker this year is Jessica Leahy. How the best parents learn to let go so their children can succeed. She's a best-selling author, teacher, and speaker. It's at the Hyatt. It starts at about 5:30 on, actually it's in the Boathouse this year, and it's on September the 12th. The same day, later on that evening, Can Community Age Network Divas do Garland. Judy Garland, September the 12th at the Cook Theatre in the Oslo. Ashley J, Annie Morrison, Beniva knows them all here. Becca McCoy, Eve Marie Caballero, Catherine Michelle Tanner, Catherine Parks, Kelly Burnett, and Marilyn Jennings, with special appearances by Matt McGee and Ben Turoff. Divas do Garland for the Community AIDS Network.
I love them when they have entertainment. Absolutely. I don't want to just sit there and eat. I want to be entertained.
They're going to sing their hearts out for you. The Community Youth Development are holding a leadership breakfast on September the 16th at 7:30 in the morning over at the Lee Wetherington Boys and Girls Club, of course. This is the 11th annual one. And the honorees this year are Vern and Sandy Buchanan, as well as Sarasota County School Superintendent Laurie White, who's going into retirement as well. So that's 3100 Fruitville, 7:30 to 9 on September the 16th in the morning. Now, let's see what comes up now. Because it's the tailgate. All right, on the 24th.
Oh, this sounds like fun. This does.
This is one I'm very, very sorry. I'm still going to be in New York on a course. I won't be able to make this one, but I do want to promote it. It's my Darling Girls, Inc., and they're holding a totally tailgate event at Michael's on East. It's the first one of its kind. Great food, open bar, live music, tailgate games, lots of football. So you've all got to get down there in the afternoon for totally tailgate at Michael's.
And we're supposed to dress for our favorite team.
There you go.
I already found that out. So wear your jerseys, wear your paraphernalia, no matter what team.
I'm so sad that I won't be there, but hey, can't be everywhere. I will be at the last one here, which is the All Faiths Hunger Summit.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's September the 27th, a few days afterwards, at Michael's on East. Now, the keynote speaker here is Florida Surgeon General Celeste Phillip, talking about the startling costs of child hunger and its impact on health, education, workforce readiness, and the community. Those are the 7 that I've got. I also want to mention on the 16th, we do have the Wish Party, all in white, at Michael's on East, courtesy of Make-A-Wish.
And that's really the only formalish event this month. September
yeah,
seems
it
a little
all
more
starts
casual.
when I come back. At the beginning of October, I'll come back, and then there'll be bam, 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 one after the other. Key to the Cure and the Can Dance and all the rest of it go on.
We've got 8 you just talked about in one
month. That's nothing compared to what's coming up in October, November.
Oh, we can hardly wait.
You better start shopping.
We'll be right back with Money Matters. Cliff is everywhere. If you're having a party, he'll show up.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKZ for only $299 per month, or a 2016 Lincoln MKX, Lincoln's premium sports utility vehicle, for $339 per month. We also have a great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. Drive with the confidence of a 6-year, 100,000-mile comprehensive warranty and complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, family owned and operated, and winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what's coming up at 5 o'clock. The heated debate over whether people should pay to park in downtown Sarasota. Find out if city commissioners are going forward with adding hundreds of meters on multiple streets. And another headache caused by Hermine, what the city of Sarasota and Sarasota County are doing to fix new potholes forming on area roads. Let's get a check on the weather now with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob?
Yeah, we're going to take a look at the latest on the tropics. There's another system that's going to get going there in the Atlantic. We'll have an update on that. 91 degrees right now. Hot here. Not many storms to cool us down. Dew point at 72. Winds are out of the east-northeast at 13. The pressure pretty high, 30.09 inches. And the forecast through this evening looking pretty good. No real threat of any significant rain. A slight chance for a passing shower up until about 8 o'clock. And as far as the rain goes, most of it down to our south. Not much to the east. Details at 5.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
The agents at SWC would like to show you pictures of all the homes that they've sold quickly for their clients. But they're just too many to show. Contact SWC today and find out for yourself. We just market your home better.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
Game on, Suncoast. Get scores and highlights from the area's top high school matchups on Football Friday night, just after the news at 11:15. Sponsored by Gulf Coast Honda.
It's time for Money Matters with business commentator Richard Stern. Okay, we're going to find out how much we know about investments. Richard Stern is joining us with an investment quiz, so play along. See if you know the answers.
We like money, we know that.
Yes, we do.
Taking a page out of your book, doing a true-false. We'll see how everybody does. Cliff, welcome.
You took a tip from a drag queen. Very
there
good,
you
Richard.
go, absolutely. That was very good, Linda. I like that. All right, let's start with statement number 1, true or false. If you invested $1,000 with Warren Buffett in 1956, you would have over $300 million today.
Well, he sure does.
I say anything positive about him I know is true.
Well, all 4 of you are correct. The answer is that is absolutely true. Now, remember, we're talking about 60 years. But that being said, $1,000 and the $300 million, that's... I would hire the man. I think he'd probably got a future. You think?
Wonder if he'd give investment advice.
Well, we'll invite him.
He does, doesn't he?
Yes,
he does all the time.
Absolutely.
And he's not always right.
And he has lunch with people for charity. That's
very
very expensive.
$300 million.
There you go. Let's go on to number 2. The number of investors who check their accounts drops by 8.7% following a market decline compared to a market increase. True or false?
Because you don't like bad news.
I am going to say true because I don't look.
Me either.
I wait till it comes back again.
Well, you guys are still batting 100%.
Whoa.
That's absolutely true. And it's just sort of
human nature.
Yes.
Exactly.
And a good idea, I think.
Well, it depends. A lot of people, we don't advise people necessarily to monitor their accounts every single day. That's a good way to get acid reflux or something like that.
That's right. You've always said it's the big picture.
Yes.
Don't sweat the daily.
It's the marathon, right?
It's the marathon.
That's the important part. Okay, let's go on to the next one. IBM has been a component of the Dow Jones Industrial Average longer than any other company. True or false?
IBM.
I'm
gonna go with false. I would think GE or somebody.
True, a false, and a false. Well, Beneva, I hate to tell you, you're the only one that got it wrong. General Electric is the first company and the only company that has been part of the Dow Jones Industrial Average since day number 1. Wow.
What
and
year
also
was
still
that?
has the same name.
I was probably around there.
How old, Linda?
I may have been an investor then.
You're doing just fine. You're doing fine. Let's go on to the next one. The average 401k retirement plan in the United States is worth $218,000. Do we think that's true or false?
I don't think people are that smart.
I don't think.
No, I think it's false.
Yeah.
The answer is false. It is false. Rather than 218, it's $102,682.
And probably not enough for many, many people's retirement.
Unfortunately, that's absolutely correct. So those of you who are watching, if you can put more and more money into your 401k, if you have an employer that matches, by all means take advantage of that. It's basically free money if your employer is doing that. So certainly take advantage of that. Next one, similar question. The average IRA in the United States is $212,812 when the owner reaches age 65.
65.
True or
I'm going to say
false?
false again, too.
I think it's false again.
I think we're just not saving enough.
Well, this time you got it wrong. That's absolutely true.
Really?
Good.
At age 65, the average citizen in the United States has an IRA that's worth over $212,000.
That's kind of impressive. I mean, that makes us sound like we are saving at some responsible
Well, remember,
level.
that's an average. So there are a lot of people that have very large IRAs, and unfortunately, there are a lot of people that have very small ones.
Right.
But over $200,000 is an impressive statistic.
Would that carry you?
Well, it depends on when
How
you
long
start
you
taking
live.
the money
Where do you
out.
live?
Exactly. At age 70 and a half, you have to start taking it out whether you want to or not.
Right.
Next, let's take a look at this. The average Wall Street financial advisor has been licensed for 12 years. True or false?
False.
False. Yeah.
I think everybody wants to get into that business.
The
your
answer is
business.
that is true.
Oh, that's good.
Yours truly has been licensed for 40 years, but that's not the average. So,
No, but still 12 is better than 2.
Well,
You know,
there's
there
a lot
are
of
people with
that have
experience.
gotten into
These are
the
youngsters
business.
that are coming up.
Exactly.
Colleges.
Exactly right. The next generation, if you will.
Right.
Okay.
Now, you got an email, right?
Yes, we have a couple, depending on what time permits. Let's
You
do
can do
number
one for
one.
sure.
Martha from Venice said, "Who is the most respected person on Wall Street?" Well, obviously, that's an opinion question. But there's a man by the name of Jamie Dimon, who is the chairman of J.P. Morgan Chase, who has been involved in many, many companies. He's been involved in acquisitions, and I think Congress certainly has him testify quite regularly.
Wow.
If there's one person out there, I think Jamie Dimon is the
Jamie
man.
Dimon, a new hero. I'll put his poster on my wall.
There you go.
Keep his email handy. All right, well, thank you, Richard.
Thank you
You're
so
very
much,
welcome.
Richard. And next, we're going to tell you about a big party, and you're invited.
It's time to upgrade your favorite news app. Now, ABC7's My Suncoast News app is better than ever with a dynamic brand new design that's faster and easier to use. Stay connected with new features that make it easy to submit photos, share stories on Facebook and Twitter, and save stories for reading at a later time. Download our free My Suncoast News app on your mobile device at your app store. ABC7's all-new My Suncoast News app. Just another way we're here for you. Powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life.
Attention, this is an important message for anyone who has taken Xarelto or Pradaxa. If you or a loved one took the blood thinner medication Xarelto or Pradaxa and was then hospitalized for internal bleeding, you may be entitled to significant compensation. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to serious, even fatal internal bleeding. If you suffered a stroke, heart attack, or serious internal bleeding, or if a loved one died after taking Xarelto or Pradaxa, call us now. Our network of attorneys have years of experience fighting the big pharmaceutical companies and is ready to fight for you. Potential claims are being reviewed for users of Xarelto or Pradaxa who have suffered severe bleeding or hemorrhaging, stroke, or even death. Our network of experienced attorneys is ready to fight for you. You won't pay a thing unless your case is settled. Call today for a free confidential consultation. Don't fight this alone.
Please call 800-928-6604. That is 800-928-6604.
Get ready, college football fans. When you buy a $5 or more Fantasy 5 ticket and enter your team's drawing, you could win great prizes like team merchandise, tickets to your team's games, and other bowl game experiences. You could even win a championship weekend prize pack in Tampa or $10,000 cash. Fantasy 5 from the Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
And for a limited time, Minnesota Flooring is offering you unbelievable pricing on tile and laminate. Porcelain tile only $1.59. Ceramic tile 99 cents. And 16 by 16 tile $1.19. Laminate flooring is only 99 cents. But these prices won't last. Don't miss out on these great deals. Hurry into Minnesota Flooring today.
They took that stress and that tension when I was particularly feeling very bad after that nasty car accident, and it was such a relief to know that I didn't have to bear that burden alone, that I had help.
Our goal is to not just get a satisfactory settlement on their case. We want them up on their feet, happy again. They've gotten their life back.
Welcome back. Well, we have exciting news this week and a huge party planned with lots of surprises. Suncoast View is turning 2. Can you believe it?
Oh, we
and
made
Cliff and
it.
Beneva,
Yay.
you've been here through the long haul, which we love. So we are having a big anniversary celebration. We want you to join us. It is coming up on Thursday, September 8th. We have plenty of surprises planned, and one of them is actually a different location for the show. So we're going to mix things up a little bit and have a big old party. So we definitely want you to join us on Thursday, September 8th. Be a lot of fun.
Real big surprises.
Probably some you don't even know about.
Uh-oh.
That'll keep her nervous for a couple of days.
You're giving me a bachelor.
You never know, Linda. You never know. So we
I
look
know where
forward
you can
to that.
buy one. They're having an auction.
All right, coming up, we're going to head to the kitchen with Chef Kyle from the Starlight Room, and we're making BLTs with a twist. Stay with us.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC7. We're here for you.
If you're one of the millions of Americans who are disabled and unable to work, I have an important message. You may be entitled to receive disability benefits through Social Security. You'll be matched up with an advocate who will evaluate your situation, handle your application, deal with Social Security for you, and handle all appeals and hearings. Best of all, there are no upfront fees, so you pay nothing until you receive your benefits.
Call the Citizens Disability Helpline today for a free, no-obligation consultation.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC7 News Update.
Good afternoon, I'm Haley Wilgus. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. Congress is back and once again trying to beat the clock and make a decision on Zika funding. Whether officials in charge of mosquito control on the Suncoast think that this funding is really necessary. And now taking a quick look at Suncoast Traffic Watch. No accidents right now, but there is some traffic backed up on US 41 in Sarasota in the northbound lanes. Now let's head over to Bob.
Thanks, Haley. A beautiful afternoon, albeit on the warm side, 91 degrees. We had a nice breeze, though, out of the northeast and east-northeast at 13. Some drier air has filtered in across our region. We need that, too. A lot of rain down to our south and just a few isolated showers into Charlotte County, a few into Sarasota, but those have since moved on into the Gulf of Mexico. Not much else going on out there right now. Things are fairly quiet and should stay that way through the evening. We're expecting partly cloudy skies. Temperatures staying pretty warm. Details at 5.
The all-new MySuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
On Saturday, September 10th, thousands will walk together at Nathan Benderson Park for the 2016 Suncoast Heart Walk. I'm Scott Dennis, ABC 7. Join us for an inspiring, fun-filled day as we raise funds, celebrate survivors, and honor loved ones lost. The Suncoast Heart Walk is the American Heart Association's premier event to fight cardiovascular diseases. The 2016 Suncoast Heart Walk, September 10th. For more information, visit suncoastheartwalk.org and take the first steps towards living a heart-healthy life.
Game on, Suncoast. Get scores and highlights from the area's top high school matchups on Football Friday night, just after the news at 11:15. Sponsored by Gulf Coast Honda.
I'm Alan Cohn. Hillary Clinton returns to Tampa Bay. The Democratic nominee is blitzing battleground states. We'll have live coverage from a rally.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hi, I'm Dylan Radigan. The world is brimming with possibilities. And that keeps me busy. My latest invention may be able to feed and sustain communities around the world. My team and I are always on the go, meeting new people and seeing new places. I produce films that I really care about. It's an honor to speak to audiences around the world. When people come together, meaningful work gets done. How do I do all this? Well, that part's easy. Hotelplanner.com.
Using baby powder or talc may lead to ovarian cancer. $72 million was awarded in a recent talc lawsuit after lawyers found secret internal documents showing that the baby powder manufacturer knew about the link between talcum powder and ovarian cancer for decades, but never told the public. If you were diagnosed with ovarian cancer after using talcum powder on a regular basis, you may qualify for a cash award. Call 800-793-6621. 800-793-6621.
We've been slow smoking over oak for more than 45 years. And while sticking to tried and true traditions is kind of our thing, it doesn't hurt to throw something new in the smoker every now and then. Come get some slow smoked chicken wings at Sonny's Barbecue. Order them as an appetizer or as part of a combo with pork, baby back ribs, or both, starting at $10.99. Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmasters since '68.
Coming up Wednesday at 4 on Suncoast View, some of the biggest names in show business are headed to the Suncoast. We'll talk to the Van Waysville about their upcoming season, help you get some of the hottest tickets in town. A veteran and his Southeastern guide dog join us to talk about their life-changing partnership. Plus, fall fashion favorites from an HSN host, and the Columbia Restaurant joins us in the kitchen.
Welcome back. We're here with Chef Kyle Harrington from the Starlight Room, one of my favorite places. So, what are we doing?
We're going to do a little twist on a BLT today. We're going to do a fried green tomato BLT.
Okay.
I would like to start. We started by toasting our bread here.
Okay.
I have a nice sourdough bread. And now we're going to bread our fried green tomatoes.
I'd like to show us your southern side.
What's first?
We're going to start with the flour.
Oh, really? I would have started with the eggs.
Well, the flour helps the egg wash stick, and then the egg wash will help the breadcrumb stick.
Next,
we're going to the egg wash. That's so a little bit of milk, a couple eggs.
Hold on, flour. Hold on, flour. Now.
You want to kind of drip off as much of the egg wash as you can. So you're
drip, drip, drip.
There you go.
Okay, now.
Perfect. Bring it to the breadcrumb. Now I season the breadcrumb a little Cajun seasoning.
Oh, yeah.
You can put salt and pepper if you like, maybe some herbs. It all depends on your liking.
I'm a little messy here.
Oh, you're okay.
The dish. Now, what do I do with these?
All right. Now you're going to lightly drop them in the pan. Try to drop them. Drop them away from you so it doesn't splatter. Perfect.
How about that?
Perfect.
Okay. Now I'll start some more flour.
Yep. Gonna start 2 more.
Flour.
I do 4 slices of tomato to each sandwich, and I try to slice them as thin as possible so that it's not too bulky in the sandwich.
Well, it's a great idea to add the green tomato.
And we're really lucky in Florida. Green tomatoes are available most of the year. So you can find them almost all year round in Florida.
And they hold together a little bit better, it seems, too.
Yeah, really nice. They have that nice peppery flavor.
Can I put these in?
Yep, there you go.
Question. What is the difference between a red tomato and a green tomato?
A green tomato is just an unripened tomato.
Okay.
Yeah.
So variety-wise, you just hear about green tomatoes. You don't hear about like beefsteak and big boy. What kind of variety are usually green tomatoes?
Usually they're a beefsteak tomato. That's the most commonly found. You might actually also find heirloom tomatoes, which are the purplish green ones that are.
Yeah, they're cool looking.
And they call them ugly tomatoes, ugly heirloom tomatoes. We don't need any more for the sandwich.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So we're gonna have.
Linda's just gonna keep making it.
I'll just use these raw.
Tell us about the special spread that you were gonna have Beneva.
We're gonna have Beneva put on our spicy mayonnaise. This is right here.
And what's in that?
Our spicy mayonnaise is mayonnaise and Thai chili sauce with a little bit of cilantro. You can find Thai chili sauce in your grocery store or at your local Asian market.
And spread it on with
Come on,
you can spread it on.
Be more generous.
Yeah, you can be a little more generous with that.
We want a lot of that.
And then if you want to add this is our homemade tomato bacon jam.
Okay,
There's shallots and thyme and grape tomatoes, and of course our cherry smoked bacon.
Well, while they prep the bread, Chef, take a minute and show us what's in front with some of the other things on the menu there.
Okay, I do have our house crab cake. On Wednesdays, we do half-off crab cakes if you're in the neighborhood. Here we have our cast iron seared salmon with a stone ground mustard bourbon sauce.
I have a heavy hand.
Finally, we have our upside down pineapple cake with a little pineapple sauce and a cherry on top. And we do make all of our desserts in the house. Everything is made right in house.
Okay.
Are
The
we
tomatoes
supposed
are
to
looking
put these
good.
on both sides?
You can.
Okay.
We did. Yep. Now I like to add a little arugula.
All right,
A little arugula?
Yep, that's